Hi, this is Shubham, and today we are going to talk about Perplexity Finance and Comet browser and how these two tools can be used to our advantage if you are a equity analyst or a retail investor, right? So let me ask you this first thing first, right? So how many times inside a day you go through your own investment portfolios? How many times inside a week you go through repetitively through your investments, right? Let's say if you are an investment advisor or equity analyst, how many times you have to go through your clients portfolios individually inside a month, inside a quarter, inside a year, right? So if you are not aware of this is very exhaustive repetitive process with so much efforts that you are putting in, but the output you will be getting is very minimal compared to the efforts that you are actually putting in, right? But we are tend to used to it because this is how we are traditionally used to doing things, and these are the conventional methods we generally use. But what if I tell you right now that all of these investment workflows that you are putting so much time in could be fully automated, could work for you during night when you are sleeping, when you are working, when you are actually spending time with your family, right? How could this be? So if you use it along with your Comet browser and Perplexity AI and integrate your workflow inside of this could be put on in full autopilot mode. And today I'm going to talk about this extensively, the features of Perplexity AI and how those could be implemented in your own strategies so that you can basically amplify your capabilities on improving your investment strategies, right? And I'm going to directly talk about this through my dashboard, so I hope to see you there. This is Shubham, and today basically we are going to talk about Comet browser by Perplexity AI and how, along with Perplexity Finance, it could be used for advantage if you are, let's say, a macroeconomic analyst or a equity investor or equity analyst or just a student starting out in finance, right? It doesn't really matter because even if you are a analyst with 20 years of experience or 5 years of experience or just 2 months of experience, this tool is going to be useful for each and everyone, right? So first thing first, there is a discover tab which you can look at. Here you can go and visit various news articles by basically top editors across the industry. You can choose the topics you are interested in. It could be tech and science, it could be finance, it could be art, sports, whatever. So I am mainly interested in finance, so I can just select finance and I go through whatever the top articles in last 24 hours to last week, right? So this is basically the discover section for you. And again, if you go into home and if you go into finance, this is where the, let's say, true heart of Perplexity Finance is, right? So it automatically says Indian markets. So Indian markets wasn't really available in Perplexity Finance until last week. Only last week, Perplexity has released its feature or its database, you can say, of Indian markets. So right now, Indian markets, I believe, has 6,000 plus companies listed, and whatever that company might be, you will be able to get access to it through Perplexity Finance. So first thing first, right? I will go through one by one feature. Or let's say first feature is earnings calendar, right? So this feature is, I feel, is going to be revolutionary in next 3 to 6 months. This is just getting released, so many features are not available as of now, but I will just tell you still, right? So let's say if you are a uh, let's say Indian Oil Corporation is your portfolio company, which is coming up with results tomorrow, right? So you can directly go into this section and you will to see the analysis of that result. Once the result comes live at 11 a.m., you can directly access the live management con call transcript here. You will be able to directly access the quarterly presentation documents, quarterly results documents through directly here. So for example, I will just show you. Let's say I will choose L&T. L&T is a Nifty 50 company. If I go into earnings section of L&T, I can see the analysis of quarter 1 FY26 results here. right? And if I want to go through con call transcript, I can just click transcript and start from the first line, right? So I can basically get access to the whole transcript of quarter one con call, and if it let's say tomorrow it comes with quarter two results, I can actually access it in live time. So this feature is going to be so revolutionary when it actually starts rolling, right? And let's say if I want to go through any interim report, or let's say quarterly presentation, quarter one presentation, I can just say view, and I can basically access the whole presentation here. So this is going to be so, let's say, handy if you are a market follower, capital markets follower, or equity analyst, right? So this is like a gold mine for me. And there are so many features with the these current features on the top of these features, and that makes Perplexity Finance, I will say, as I mean, I of course it will be a far reach at this point, but still I will call it a mini Bloomberg almost, right? So I will talk about, let's say, one by one features, but I will first talk about financials, right? So in financials, you can directly get access to income statements, balance sheet, cash flow. You can directly download it according to your needs, annually, quarterly, whatever you might need. Let's say you are into technical analysis and you want a database, right? Let's say last 5 years or last 10 years, right? You can just download it from here. Even day wise data is available. So let's say you want to go through various analyst reports, right? Of top analysts in the industry, you can go through it here. Let's say this is a report by ICICI Direct. I can just click it, open it, see the basically whatever the view ICICI Direct has. I can go through second report, which is I believe by Prabhudas Liladhar. I again can see this analyst holds what kind of view about the company, right? So all of this is going to be available here. So this is not some kind of a new thing, right? This earning section is, I feel, kind of a new, kind of a modern, but other things are all kind of available in so many tools currently in India. So this is nothing new, but the features on top of these features are going to be revolutionary, and in next 3 to 6 months I believe it is going to change the whole landscape of how any analyst or any retail investor used to research companies, using conventional method. That is all that is completely going to change, right? So talk about various features. I will just talk about one feature in this video, which is basically task feature, right? So if you go into your account and you can just select task. So this is the feature where you can schedule so many tasks. So I will tell you few use cases of this feature, right? So let's say I am an equity investor right now, holding, let's say, 20 companies in my portfolio, right? And four or let's say five of those companies I want to watch closely in this quarter season, right? So let's say one company is I want to watch every weekly whatever happening in that company. I want to watch it every week, right? So what do I do, right? So I can schedule here. I can go into weekly. I can schedule, let's say I want to get want that report of that company every Thursday, and I want that report just before my day starts, so let's say 7 a.m. So what I want to do, I want to give clear instructions here about that company and what kind of research and what kind of output I exactly want. I will choose the mode of research here. So I will use the deep research. And what kind of research I want. So I want internet research, of course. And I also want to know what kind of conversation and discussions are happening surrounding this company, right? So I will choose the social, right? And I also choose the filing section. So whatever the company has filed so far, whatever documents, I also want to know about that as well. and I'll just give few instructions here, and I will just save it. And at 7 a.m. every Thursday, I will get a whole detailed report by Perplexity directly into my email inbox. This is how easy this is going to be. So I will just show you one prompt which I just recently set up, right? So I will just show you. This is a weekly report I get every Thursday at 5:30 a.m. Right? So this is the company Suntech Reality, and I have given specific instructions. Right? Weekly update, strategic announcement, management commentary, quarterly, monthly performance. So this is a very personalized report according to my needs. You can give whatever instructions you want to give, and basically you will get the results in written. So I will just show you how the results actually look, right? So if I select Perplexity here, and I can see a last Thursday report. So in email, basically you will just get the highlights, right? And if you want to look at the full response, you can just click on the full response, right? And you will get the whole strategic report according to your needs, right? You can read it in just 5 to 10 minutes, and you can ask the follow-up questions that you might have, right? So this feature, this is the first use case, right? Then I will tell you the second use case, right? So let's say I'm basically tracking one company, right? And that company's result is, let's say, going to be this Saturday, and today is Sunday, so next Saturday that company's result is going to come out, right? And what I want to have a detailed equity research report ready immediately at Sunday morning, which I want to look at the whole Sunday morning, and then I will basically decide on Monday whether I want to invest in that company or not on the analysis of that report, right? So what I will do, so I have basically have a prompt and framework library where I have basically made a set of prompts according to my needs, right? So this is a 360-degree equity research report prompt, right? I will just take it here. I will go inside here. I will go into schedule. I go into weekly. I go into Sunday. I choose the timing as 7 a.m. in the early morning, and I will just automate the task with deep research here. So this is the whole task. I will just name the company, whatever that company name might be, and basically Perplexity will deliver that result directly into my inbox. It is just that easy. There's one more also feature. Let's say you want a price alert. So let's say I'm tracking Nike, which I want to buy right now. It is, let's say, $76, and I want to buy it at $60. So I can just set a target price here at $60. I'll even take a note that I just want to, let's say, I want to buy 100 shares at 60, and I can just add alert. So whenever Nike comes to $60, I will get alert directly into my library or directly into my email inbox. So these kind of features are, I feel, going to be very necessary and very useful if you are a seasoned investor or you are an active investor just trying to manage your own portfolio or manage other people's portfolio. This feature is going to be absolutely game changing. I will also give you the third use case here, which I use daily, right? So this is my own personalized use case. So I get a daily report of the whole capital market, global markets, and Indian markets, and whatever has happened, whatever event, whatever things, whatever prices have changed, whatever has happened in last 24 hours. So this is a very personalized prompt. You can go ahead and look at it. So let's say I have told it that you are an India focused market analyst, produce a professional morning note covering last 24 hours, right? Last 24 hours I have given the time zone as Asia Kolkata. Executive summary, India market wrap, so basically all the details of India index. whatever happening is IPO, FPO updates, global overnight and cross asset dashboard. So what is happening with USD INR, crude, right? Then sector pulse, so whatever happening within these sectors, right? Then company watch leads, so major movers of NSE 500s, right? Macro and policy updates, so what is happening with CPI, Fed, whatever, right? Then event radar, so what kind of major events are happening, any announcement by Fed, MSCI, OPEC, right? Then tailwind and headwinds, this is basically very personalized sector for myself, where I basically Perplexity analyzes for me 3 to 5 points of tailwinds, headwinds, and what could flip the market's view, right? What to watch today, appendix, data tables, whatever that is required, and these are formatting rules. So how the report should be structured, right? So this is very personalized report for me, which I get every day at 6:30 in the morning. So I can just look at it every day before I entered the market, right? So this is very detailed report, where even discuss social discussions, SEC filings, SEBI filings, and of course all the internet data analysis. So I will show you the output of this, and this is very detailed output. I mean, I got very surprised when I was going through it during my first few days, right? So just look at it, right? Morning note, August 17, this is only today's note itself, right? So mixed signals from global markets, executive summary of the market, Indian market rep, what is happening with Nifty 50, Bank Nifty, Sensex, sectoral performance, IT, metals, FII, selling, buying, India VIX, right? Detailed global things, currency effects, yields, gold rate, crude oil rate, copper rate, risk sentiment. Market showed cautious optimism with Fed rate cut expectations supporting equities, right? Stock pulse, what is happening with IT sector, metal sector, banking, auto, company watch list, Wipro, Infosys, Tata Steel, Asian IPO activity, JSW Cement, all-time plastics, block deal, bulk deals, macro policy update, what is happening with India inflation, RBI policy stance, China economic data, Fed policy path. Just look at the detailing of this report, right? If you read this in just 50-20 minutes every day, you are golden for that day, right? Look at the tailwinds and headwinds, historical low inflation, strong DII buying, Fed rate cut expectations, headwinds, continued FII selling pressure, almost 24,000 key data point, almost 24,000 crore of net selling in August, right? Rising US yields, weak global PMI data, right? What could basically flip my view? So any significant deterioration of China's economic data or unexpected hawkish pivot by Fed, just look at it, the detailing of this report. What to watch today? So today what should I watch? FII, DI, flow data, PMI release, crude oil movement I should look at. I should also look at the currency rates, metal prices, IPO subscription data, right? Market sentiment. What is happening with data table? You can see Nifty 50, gold rate, crude rate, US 10-year treasury rate, India 10-year treasury rate, right? And at last, institutional flows of August month, right? FII net sell 24,000 crores, DII net buy 55,000 crore. Just look at the detailing of this report. If you're able to read it every morning, you don't need anything else for that day. And I feel this feature, this task feature, is really revolutionary. If you are a seasoned analyst who really seriously wants to follow capital market, actively invest into capital markets, or let's say you are an investment advisor, equity analyst, wealth management, this is a golden future. And thanks for watching, and I will come up with the next features video very soon. Thank you, bye. And don't forget to subscribe. And last thing I want to say is, so many people are basically very pessimistic or very rigid about this AI adaptation, especially from equity or equity analyst side or portfolio analyst side, right? Because they are doing it for, let's say, 5 years and 10 years with very conventional methods which they deeply believe in. But what my view is basically if you are really saving a time, let's say on data collection or data analysis, you can use that time for actual strategy, right? This is not basically attacking your judgment as an investor, right? It is actually amplifying your capabilities and saving you also time. So I feel using these AI tools is very efficient and very useful, and I feel everyone should start using these kind of tools for their work, for their hobbies, for whatever they are good at, right? Thanks.